Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is MS Collections. Thank you for stopping by. In today's tutorial, we'll be learning how I made this 1080-degree flare, and it has a lace on it. I overlaid it with a lace. So as you can see, it looks so neat. It's looking like one piece. I mean, so clean. And I've come across, people finding it difficult to neatly sew multiple flays. Okay, it can be quite trickish, and if you're not careful, you're going to have some inconsistencies. Some people have their lining not equal, the lining shifting, all those challenges you have when sewing flay or even joining multiple flays. Okay, talk more of a lace overlapping it, and as you can see, this came out very neat and fine. So it's a trick I use, and it's really been helpful. So you can stay true to the video. If you're staying true to this video, you're going to learn how I came about this neatly and fine. Remember, I said earlier, this is a 1080-degree flame. Of course, it means 360 flay, three of them put together. Okay, so let's go into the tutorial. Okay, so this is it. I have my fabric. I cut the flay on the ankara, and then this is the lace I cut as well. This is the ankara fabric, the first of the 360 flays. Okay, the 1080-degree flay has its own calculations. Okay, I will not be going into that in today's tutorial. Today I'll just be showing you how to basically sew them. So I have my ankara cut and the lace cut, but if you can see, I did not cut the middle of the lace. Okay, I just cut the lace without trimming out the middle. Okay, so this helps you to align the lace properly for you to now trim off later. As you can see, the lining as well, the lining is not cut in the middle. The only thing that is cut is the main fabric, which is the ankara fabric. Okay, so I'm going ahead to arrange it, to align it to as desired. So you can see, since there's no hole in the center, I can align it as desired. Okay, then the next thing I'll go ahead to do, okay, just going ahead to show you the other parts of the flay. There are 1080 flays. Of course, I'm going to be having three pieces of the flays. Now I have my hemming gum. This is a hemming gum or a stabilizer. I'll be using it to put underneath the flays. Okay, so I'll be using this hemming gum to hold the lace together. Now some people want to sew it on the machine, but sometimes by experience I realize that the lace begins to rumple. Okay, so to avoid that rumple, those rumples you have when you sew lace and fabric together, use your hemming gum. As you can see, I'm just putting the hemming gum at the tip of the fabric. Okay, and you don't have to use so much, just cut it into bits and pieces. As you see me doing the video, they are just tiny bits. Okay, so that you don't use so much of your hemming gum, and just spread it round the edge of the flay. I prefer you do it at the tip so that the end of the lace and the fabric sticks together. Okay, so go ahead and take it round, and then you secure the balance with your iron, as you see me do in the video. Yeah, so like I said, this is MS Collections. If you're new to the channel, please like, subscribe, share my videos, and make sure you turn on your notification bell so you get notified when I drop new videos. I always drop amazing tutorials. As a matter of fact, this is a full dress I was making. Just thought to share this part with us. I'll still be dropping a tutorial on the full making of the dress. If you're interested, kindly turn on your notification bell so you get notified when I upload these videos. Okay, now the next thing I went ahead to do is to use water. I'm using water because my iron is not a steam iron, and I used a fabric to place on top so that my iron doesn't come in direct contact with the lace. Now you need enough heat and water or steam to gum the lace and the fabric, because of with the help of the hemming gum underneath. So you need enough heat. Okay, and I wouldn't want to damage my lace, so it's advisable you use another fabric on top of it so that your lace isn't damaged or burnt by the iron. Like I also said, if you do not have a steam iron, this can come in handy, but if you have a steam iron that gives you the desired heat, then go ahead and make sure you press the the fabrics together, that's the lace and the fabric, till the gum melts. Ensure that the gum melts in the fabric so that you're sure that it sticks perfectly. Okay, now like I said, this is a very helpful and useful method I use instead of just sewing or stitching the lace direct to the fabric. The iron, the hemming gum, and this method just helps me make everything flat. I mean, as you saw in the beginning of the tutorial, it looked like one piece. Okay, it makes everything so flat and lie very well. Now as you can see, I'm done with the putting it round the flay. The next thing I'll do is to put at the top. So we use the hemming gum to stick the edge of the flay and the top of the flay. That way you have one piece intact together. Okay, now as you can see, this is what I'm doing, and at this point I also use my water to create that steam effect. And since it's flipped over, I wouldn't need the fabric on it. I just ironed directly on the Ankara fabric. And as you can also see in the video, I lined my Ankara fabric with a gum stay. Okay, so it's dependent on what you want, but it's when you're making flays, especially 1080, 720, 1440 flays and the likes, I usually prefer to use a gum stay underneath to give it that the desired stiffness. Okay, so this is I use a soft gum stay. You can decide to use a medium gum stay or a harder one depending on the effect you want. Now can you see I'm done and I have everything in one piece, like everything is lying flat. Okay, so the next thing I'm going ahead to do is to trim off the excesses round the flay. I'll trim off the excesses, and then it is at this point that I can also trim the middle of the flay. Yes, because I've gotten what I want. So you can go ahead after trimming the edges of the flay, you can go ahead and also trim the center of the flay. Okay, feel free to drop your questions in the comment section, your comments, your compliments, and if you try this out, let me know how helpful this video was. Okay, I'll be looking forward to your comments and I'll attend to them. Okay, now so we are done with this. The next thing, just in case you did not notch the part you'll be slashing open, I went ahead to do it now. Okay, just to let you know, it's important you notch this part so that after you're done with your lining, you can just locate that place and slash your peplum open. Okay, now also take note that I did not slash my peplum open from the beginning. Okay, if you do that from the beginning, I think it's the first step to having inconsistencies, because the it can be quite tricky, especially if you're not so much an expert with the machine. Okay, so I like to finish up everything and then before I slash open. As you can see, the lining as well, I did not slash the center open. I made it, aligned it to the fabric, and then I'm going ahead to pin it, to align the pieces together. And I'll take this to my machine and I'll sew. And what I do for this piece is the same thing I'll be doing for the rest. Okay, so I will do the rest off camera, but it's the same process for the remaining three. Okay, so I'm done. I'll move over to the machine, and so these are the other pieces: the flay, the lace, the fabric, and its lining. The same with the other one, and I did that off camera. Now on the machine, I'm going ahead to stitch this together, making sure everything is aligned, having no excesses, having no rumples. Everything is just going to be flat. Okay, I did the same thing for the remaining pieces, and okay, that's that for the sewing. And yeah, so this is it for the remaining pieces. So after this, I moved over to the table to trim out any excesses. You see the three flays. Can you see how everything is in place? I'm having one piece. Okay, everything is just so in place. So as you can see, I'm trimming up every excesses and then Of course, don't forget to give it a good press. Now I slashed it open off camera, but I just felt I should show you. Okay, I didn't know that that side wasn't captured. Okay, so but this is it. After you're done sewing, just locate the knot you made earlier, fold your flare into two and slash one side open. Okay, now you just put your scissors in and slash it open, and as you can see we have one side open, and you can see everything is aligned. The lace and the fabric and the lining are just together. Can you see that? Very neat. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do is to join the two flays to one. So I opened this up and I picked one flay to the other side, the other flay to the other side, and I'm just going ahead to pin it, and aligning it with pins to ensure that I have one neat piece. Yeah, you can see that. Yeah, guys, this method, like I said, has proven to be very, very effective. I mean, the finishing is always top notch. Okay, so if you've been joining your flays with any other method, you can try this as well and give me the feedback. Trust me, you're going to be glad you did. So I joined the other flay to the other side, just aligning it and making it one. After I'm done with this, I'll take this to my machine. I'm going to sew. Now can you see everything joined? You're not going to have everything, is just going to be in place. You're not going to have the joinings at separate places. You're going to have everything in one place. Now this is over to the machine. I'm going ahead to join them, and as so as you're joining, you can remove your pins so that you don't forget any pin inside. Thank you for watching. If you have come this far, obviously you like what you're watching. So if you have not subscribed, please, you can pause, hit the subscribe button, turn on your notification bell, and come back to complete the video, the tutorial. So this is it, guys. I've joined those places. That's the joinings. I've gone ahead to join them for the first joining. This is the second joining. Okay, I'm going ahead to join as well. And after this, I'll close up the edges of the peplon, of my 1080-degree peplon. Okay, like I said, guys, the every peplon type has its effect. So if you can see, if you notice in the beginning of the video, there were no pleats on the peplon, but you could see the folds already there. The folds were evident even without any pleats. Okay, so that's the effect of these kinds of peplon. If you're interested in knowing how I cut this peplon, let me know in the comment section. Okay, and I would do something about that, but I'm also planning a video towards that, so I may just drop the video before you before you realize it. Okay, now the edges are not closed, so the next thing is to go over to the video and draw and close the edges. So as you can see, I just bent my fabric a little bit, for the lining to come inwards, so that when I'm done I don't have my lining popping out. And I repeat the same for the other side. Ensure you fold your fabric in a little bit. It can be by half inch, so that you don't have your lining popping out. Okay, and I also sew this without, when I was sewing the edges of the flay. If you want, you can sew a hemming gum around it as well, so that when you're ironing it sticks in one bit. But I did this tutorial without sewing a hemming gum while I was closing up the edges of the flay. I did it without sewing attaching the hemming gum, so that you know that it is also possible without the hemming gum. Okay, yeah, but the hemming gum, of course, it gives you that extra guarantee if you would say. Yeah, so this is it. We are done with closing up all the parts, the edges of the flay. The next thing will be to bring them out. Yeah, and take it to the ironing table and give it a good press. Okay, now we are here. I'm just making sure everything is out. Now can you see these guys? Look at these guys. It's so neat, it's so clean. Again, I'm using my water, and at this point I'm ironing from the lining. Okay, now ironing from the lining helps me to ensure that that half inch you know the main fabric pushes up inwards by a half inch. Okay, so it helps me to maintain that allowance all round, and I did that with the help of this presser. Yes, the presser helps to secure what you've ironed. Okay, it's very useful. I almost always iron with the presser, because when you iron, your presser secures what you've ironed. And just in case you don't have a presser, if you have two irons, you can iron with one and make the second iron your presser. But you just need something like a flat edge to help you, you know, to help you like align what you've ironed. Okay, so that's it. So I'm just going ahead. As you can see, I'm maintaining the allowance, the material, the allowance, the push-up allowance. I'm maintaining it round, round the fabric. Okay, so do this carefully, and when you're ironing this, please iron with so much patience. Okay, it can be quite a lot. Okay, so yeah, so that's it. I did it round the fabric, and of course, like I said, with the help of my presser. Now, if my hemming gum was inside, you find that the material will just stick to the lining. Okay, but even without the hemming gum, you can achieve a very good result. Also know that we need very good amount of heat to secure this in place. Okay, so at this point, ensure that your iron is very hot. Of course, not to burn the fabric, but it's hot enough to, secure everything we want in place. Okay, so like I earlier said, make use of a steam iron or water, as the case may be. If your iron is not steam, it's not a steam iron like mine, you can make use of the water. Yes, so we are done with the ironing of the flay, and as you can see, there are no inconsistencies. The lining is not squeezing at any point, and this is what we hope to achieve. We hope to achieve a perfect finishing. Now, the next thing I did is to flip the flay over, and I'm going to give it my second ironing. This is the last one, and at this point, because the iron is coming in direct contact with the lace, the iron is on low heat. Okay, yes, so when your iron is coming in direct contact with the lace, it's advisable that you maintain your iron on low heat so it doesn't burn. So while I'm ironing, I'm going ahead to pin the top of the lace, yes, to secure the lace and the lining in place. I wouldn't want any lining pushing out when I'm done with the peplon. So that's with the help of my pins, I'm securing the top. I'm doing the final ironing, securing the top with pins, of course, which I'll head over to the table to sew later. And guys, this is it. This is very very simple, very helpful. It helps to give you that perfect finishing that you desire. Okay, so when I'm done, I'll head over to the machine and I'll go ahead and sew. Now, can you see this, guys? See this, guys? Everything is in place. So over to the machine, I'm going ahead to close up the top of the flay, and we are good to go. Now, when you're done, you can as well weave the top of the flay, so you can get that nice finishing at the top. I like to weave the pieces of my dresses separately so that it doesn't become too thick to be on the machine, or sorry, too thick to weave on the machine. Yes, so I'll go ahead and weave this when I'm done. And guys, we are done. I hope you learned from this video. Go ahead and trim, and then of course you can weave like I did. And I hope this video has been very helpful. Okay, and we've already seen the finished product on the mannequin, but I'll go ahead and show us again. And just in case you want the peplon to, stand more, or to have those ruffles at the, to, have those nice folds, you can add crinoline to the flay, but this is what we have without crinoline. We just use the soft gum stay. for the dress, and this is what we have. It's standing all fine, all neat. I mean, you won't even know that these materials are different. Thank you for watching, guys. I really hope you learned from this tutorial. See you in my next video. Bye.